Will Smith has been through the ringer this year with backlash after backlash, failure after failure, ever since he went up on stage during the Oscars earlier this year to, do the thing that he did to Chris Rock. We all know the story. We all know what happened. But now Hollywood has just given Will Smith some very, very bad news that is going to just completely decimate his entire future when it comes to Hollywood, because now they are completely rejecting him in his new film Emancipation. So Will Smith Emancipation shut out of Golden Globes nominations. Will Smith's bid for Hollywood redemption following his Oscars night slap was dealt its new serious blow Monday when the Golden Globes awarded his slavery drama Emancipation with 0 nominations, signaling a rough awards season ahead for Apple's prestige end-of-year release. This was supposed to be kind of Will Smith's redemption film. I think that he really was hinging on this film to be kind of the film that got him back into the saddle when it comes to Hollywood. And they're saying no. Everyone is completely rejecting him. They're telling him that they don't want him around anymore. They don't want him to be working anymore. They're not going to be awarding him anymore, or at least for quite some time. Emancipation failed to score any Globes nominations on Monday, with Will Smith getting shut out of the category of lead actor in a dramatic movie. And this is so sad to see, especially considering the fact that Will Smith used to be like the #1 star working in Hollywood just like 10 years ago, maybe a little bit longer, maybe like 15 years ago. But he used to be the big shot of Hollywood in many ways. And now look at where he is at, where he is so emotionally distraught, mentally, afflicted, that he is now to the point where he is just going up on stage just during, these huge events of the year where people are watching from all over the place and just, whacking a dude. It's like, what? And I think a lot of this does have to do with the fact that he, his very terrible relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith and everything that she has put him through. I think that she is a very terrible person, that she has done a lot of horrible things to him in his life. And I think that definitely doesn't help. I think that there's a lot of stuff that's going on with him personally that he needs to work out. And that is very clear with how he acted that night on stage. But their campaigning clearly failed to move voters of the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, which might have been partial to Emancipation following the organization's diversity scandal in 2021 that nearly sank the annual awards show. Emancipation has been dogged by negative reviews, with its Rotten Tomatoes critics score currently hovering at 48%. Oh, man, and I'm curious to see what those scores actually say, because if they are bringing up like, the stuff that Will Smith did, then that is very clear that, look at that, the audience score is 91%. Can you see that? Okay, you can see that. Nice. But let's see what some of the critics are saying here, because I'm very curious. I'm not yet ready to swallow 132 minutes of a nobly suffering Will Smith, even in the service of a fact-based story. Look, exactly. Right there at the very top, the first review is from someone that is not looking at the film for its merit. It's looking at the actor behind the film, and it's looking. And this is why I can't stand critics today, because this is exactly how they look at films. They look at films for the agendas. They look at films for the diversity. They look at films for the actors and all of these different things, and the companies, Disney, and all of this stuff. They aren't looking at these films based on the actual merit of the standalone films. They're looking at all of the exterior forces to try to judge the film based on that. And that is just crazy, man. This is why nobody likes critics anymore. So anyway, so this is looking very, very bad for Will Smith. It is not going to be looking good for him working in Hollywood in the near future. I'm very interested to see this film, and I probably will, but when it comes to Hollywood, they have pretty much just completely rejected him, and they have shut him out, and that is very, very crazy to see. So with all of that being said, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.